Hi Cancer, how are we today? Just doing our weekly readings. This week we're actually doing the monthly readings. So looking through May, see what's going on. Make sure you are subscribed to the channel. Every little subscribe, comment, all that sort of stuff. It really does make a difference and help out the channel. So thank you so much. In Cancer, this week we are going to split the month, start, middle, and end. I do have a bit of a herb theme going on this week. Starting us off with the Green Witch Oracle. I'm also using the Tanis Lenormand. I have here the Purposeful Career deck that we're going to use for work, career, and finances. And doing things a little bit different this week, I will be looking into health with this book here, which is Health Secrets to Medicinal Herbs, Health Secrets of Medicinal Herbs by Michelle Mares. We're going to use that to have a bit of a look, see what herb wants to jump out for everyone, and go from there. But getting sort of started for you, splitting May, start, middle, and end. What does Cancer need to know in regard to May? May 2025 for our Cancers. Cancer for May, please. Ooh. Getting a pretty straight through kind of message, to be honest. It does seem like the whole month is all around the one thing, to be completely honest here. Okay, so we'll go through the cards and then we'll clarify. So starting us off here, we have the sorrel, which is for affection. Okay, and that is followed by tomatoes, which is love. All right, so affection, love, and then success. All right, so we have the peppermint, which is for success. Totally random, Cancer, but I'm feeling the need to let you know peppermint is actually really, really good for headaches. All right, so if you're someone who does suffer migraines or headaches, get yourself a little peppermint plant in your garden or in a pot or something. Peppermint is actually really good for headaches. So just a bit random there. I know we haven't even moved over into the health portion or anything, but that is definitely coming through. So we'll obviously want to clarify this, but affection leading to love, leading to success. We like the sound of that, but we want to get a bit more details for you. Cancer, what does Cancer need to know in regard to May 2025? May 2025 for Cancer. Okay, well, how will Cancer know who they're moving towards? How will Cancer know who they're moving towards this month, please? Okay. Starting off here, we do have the cross. We have a destined connection straight away, having faith that it's coming. It is coming. It kind of feels like this sort of connection where, that's where the affection comes into play, that it's kind of like whether you've met this person already or not, it kind of feels like there's a very strong spiritual connection between yourself and this person. You have just a really strong faith that, oh, wow, this means something. This is important. This is something. This person is special kind of energy. You kind of put your faith in this person like immediately. I kind of feel for a lot of you, they feel safe, they feel secure. We have the house there. They feel like they're family from the word go. Whether you've like, I do feel like for a lot of you, you already know who this person is, but you just don't know that they're your person yet. For some of you, it does appear to be romantic love too. I'll just double check. Is this romantic love for Cancer, please? Is this romantic love for Cancer? yes. I think that's a yes. We have the masculine and the lily answering that question. The lily is long term, and the masculine is very, logical, rational. So logic is telling me that yes, this is romantic love, but the masculine does kind of take the emotions out of it, and it's kind of like, even with emotions aside, yes, this person's in your life to stay. They're not going anywhere, kind of thing. That there is a lot of, that's interesting because that's emotional intimacy, and that's no emotion. That's logic and rational. So we kind of see both balance there. A lot of this person is everything, kind of thing. They're emotionally intimate, like there's emotional intimacy, but there's also logic and rational material world stuff with this person as well. So, we got a good balance there of feminine and masculine energy, long term as well. So it does lead me to believe that this is a romantic connection. On the bottom of the deck, we've got the clover, so it's worth taking a chance here. Followed by the feminine energy, so it's definitely worth taking a chance here. We do see the tower coming through next, followed by the ring. Okay, so we definitely see, a successful relationship being formed here. A successful relationship being formed by the end of the month. Like, I do feel as though kind of by the end of May, you're going to have a successful relationship in place. It's kind of, that affection quickly leads to love, which quickly leads to success in a relationship, and and an actual relationship status, rather than anything sort of on and off, or temporary, or anything like that. It does seem to be a binding, a commitment between the two of you, even if that commitment is not an actual relationship, so to speak. There does seem to be a level of commitment between the two of you that is kind of binding in a lot of ways. It's kind of this commitment that our souls are committed to each other with that cross energy, that this is destined. This person feels like part of my family, that just automatically destined to be part of me and my family, and what makes me feel safe and whole in this world. It's quite interesting here, with that tower there, coming alongside the house. I do feel, for a lot of you, this may actually be referring to how you know this person, or where you know this person, when you know this person. The tower quite often can talk about governmental places, like buildings. So with the house there, I do feel as though this is referring to a building, specifically, that leads to this connection. It's kind of just like everything falls into place, and you just right at meeting that right person at the right time, and it's like, it could be a place of authority. It could be a place somehow connected to governmental. So we see quite often places like art galleries, public libraries. We see, governmental buildings like tax offices, just random places like tax offices, courthouses. Definitely courthouses coming through strong there. As soon as I said that, I'm kind of getting, it could be even a place that is a house that is a tower, like quite literally a house that is a tower. So like skyscraper apartments, or like high rise apartment block, those sorts of things. Maybe all connected to where you meet this person, or how you know who this person is. How you will know who this person is, though, we have the child, the bike, the rider, and then the heart. So your heart will know. Your heart, straight away, I feel like your heart will know. You will feel free, and this person might make you feel, like a child again. They might make you feel very playful, and they may be very playful themselves. Maybe a little bit immature, but immaturity can just be someone who's very adventurous, and willing to play and enjoy the spirit of life, rather than be so serious all the time. So for some of you, and I just feel like I want to mention again here with the tower, that this could actually be somebody from your own childhood, especially with that child there too, because it can sometimes refer to your foundation, and something from the past. So it could also be something referring to your childhood. So it could be like a childhood friend that all of a sudden you run into them because like, good, look, here they are, they're on their bike coming your way. And then we're rushing straight from this playful energy into love. So the affection, it kind of feels like the affection is already there, that you have a strong affection for this person already, even if you haven't met them yet. But then it moves quickly into love. So it may be somebody that you have affectionate memories of from childhood kind of thing, and then it moves very quickly into, a love situation. I'm not actually getting any star signs from that, Cancer. The only star sign I've got here at all is Taurus, and then Sagittarius on the bottom of the deck there. But, we do see a lot of success and prosperity with this connection, long-term potential with this connection. So it does feel like, quite important. There is probably a couple of you where this may not be actual, romantic love. This may just be, the return of a childhood friend, or, and that the feeling of affection quickly turns it back into, love for this person in a, platonic sense. But, it does really help you find success within your own self, within friendships, within your family groupings, that sort of thing. I am picking up there there is one of you where that is actually the return of somebody missing from your life, as in somebody that was in your childhood. I am picking up for someone specifically here that this is a person that you lost in childhood, a family member that you lost in childhood, coming like, and you're finding them, kind of thing. You're finding somebody who is your family that in hang on, I'm getting two people here. So I'm getting someone where it's you lost this person in your childhood and they're returning to your life. There is another one of you here where I am just getting very clearly this separate message that for one person here, this is somebody that was like adopted and you didn't even know they existed. But then as soon as you meet this person, it's like you just click and it's like your brother and sister or sisters immediately. I don't know why I'm getting the sibling pairing, but that's what's coming through the strongest. But it does feel like something like that as well, that it's like this instant connection and from here on out it's a lifelong connection. All right, so strong messages there, Cancer. And it is, like I said, just one message about this connection wanting to come through for you for May. So it does feel as though this is the most important thing happening in May. Doesn't matter whether it's the start, middle, or the end. This is taking up the whole month's energy, all in this event. But job, money, career for Cancer in May. What does Cancer need to know in regard to work, career, finances for May? Obviously, that card. There's that skyscraper again. So that definitely may be important to some of you, that skyscraper imagery I was talking about. But first of all, we have miscalculation. And that kind of flew out. Taking responsibility for your mistakes is a good sign to start all over again. Learn from the lessons and use them for better judgment. All right. So for some of you, I feel as though you've already made this mistake, to be completely honest, that it's about taking responsibility for your mistake. So this is something where you've messed up. Not going to lie, like it does feel like you've messed up, and whether that was it may just be something small. It may just be, oh, I messed up and I shouldn't have bought that thing. I shouldn't have spent that money on that thing. Why did I go online shopping again? I really shouldn't have done that. Just like a miscalculation. It doesn't really feel like it's anything huge, but it's a good sign for you to start all over again and learn from this lesson and try again. When we fail, like when we make a mistake, we just get back up and we keep on trying, Cancer. Nothing too dramatic, as long as you're learning from it. That's the main thing. Enterprise. It's time to get into business. You're ready to take the challenge and be your boss. your experience is enough to create your enterprise. So for some of you, that miscalculation is actually enabling you to, start out on your own, take out on your own, you're taking responsibility for any miscalculations you've made. I feel like for someone there, the miscalculation was that working for somebody else. And you're like, I really miscalculated being able to handle this. I need to leave this and go, out on my own 2 feet here and start my own enterprise. I already know everything there is to know about this, so I need to just do it for me and be my own boss for a change here. We do also see adjustments coming through. You may need some adjustments to your spending. Your expectations are not met at this time. It's better to be prepared than be sorry. So once again, I feel like that's just that I shouldn't have spent that much money on online shopping. I need to make an adjustment to, how I'm spending my money or how I'm controlling myself at spending my money. Just some small adjustment being made here. I do feel for some of you, it's just about writing out a budget and sticking to it. All right. If you're like me and you like a little bit of online shopping, sure, just make sure you're putting, calculating that in. All right, because that's what the adjustments is about, is calculating things in like that. If you're miscalculating and making little mistakes where you're overspending, adjust your budget so that you have some spending money, even if it's only $5. Make that small adjustment so that oh, that's all right. I'm going to save my $5, and then so next week I'll have $10 I can do on online shopping or whatever that is for you. Just making some small adjustments to the budget, just to make sure you're not cutting yourself short. Okay, Cancer. So looking at health for you, we will find your herb. Okay, Cancer. What herb does Cancer need to see? What herb does Cancer need to see? It's telling me 22. So rather than finding just a random page, I'm going to find 22. 22, balm, sweet balm, lemon balm. Lemon balm, all right? Lemon balm. Citrus, definitely. One of the sacred herbs in the Temple of Diana. This plant has long been a favorite of herbalists. The ancients prescribed it for longevity, memory, fertility, and if that wasn't enough, as an aid to beekeepers who were encouraged to rub balm on their beehives. There you go. Today, herbalists prescribe the tea in cases of depression, heart palpitations, fever, stomach cramps, and nausea, to be used in the bath as an antidote to delayed menstruation and retained afterbirth, and to be made into a fresh poultice to soothe insect bites, boils, and aching teeth. Balm is an ingredient in rheumatism ointments, as well as such liqueurs as chartreuse, benedictine, and carmelite water. I quite like that. Chartreuse. Is that how you say that word? I don't drink that. I'm a tequila girl. Although I did have a lemon tequila recently that was really nice. Chartreuse, it's CHARTREUSE. Chartreuse, I think that's how you say it. Lemon balm. All right, there is also Melissa balm and sweet balm as well, but the lemon balm seems to be the strongest energy there. Longevity, memory, fertility. I'm getting the antidote to delayed menstruation. So, if your cycle is too long delayed, to help take down the bloating, right? We all know as you're waiting on that to start, if you're anything like me, you get the pain a few days before and you get the bloating and all the grossness. And sometimes you just hurry up and get it over and done with. But, depression, fever, stomach cramps, nausea. Okay, so lemon balm tea, and chartreuse, as if you don't want to have an extra reason to have a drink. But yeah, as a ointment, it's an ingredient in several rheumatism ointments. So rheumatism is rheumatism arthritis, yeah. Um, but we're also getting the insect bites and aching teeth. So that makes me think of like the stuff that they use on babies, Bonjela. We call it Bonjela. I don't know what it's called elsewhere in the world, but Bonjela. To put on the sore gums and sore aching teeth. Um, Very interesting. So some of those health issues may be relevant to you this month. Okay, so it may be something that lemon balm tea may be able to help you with this month. All right. So that's what we have for you today, Cancer. Um, Make sure you subscribe to the channel. Let me know what you guys think about the random choice of book this week. I know it was a very sort of very random thing to add into the reading this week, but you know, as anyone that watches regularly knows, we just go with what I'm told to do. I just read the messages and pass them on. But that's what we've got for you. Make sure you do follow and subscribe and like the video and all that beautiful stuff, guys. And I'll see you all again soon.